description, everything. I didn't even see the tone. I didn't see the tone. I tried to see what did they say on the tone. See what I'm telling you. See what I'm telling you. You know, you can open that window a little bit. Doesn't matter. It's for you to see. It's for them to see you.
Okay.
And then it also help to give you light, view and light. Yo, man.
Sorry, that was the cab company, man.
The what?
Oh, fuck.
So good afternoon and welcome to All About Women. My apologies. All About Women and Men. Let's talk. Good afternoon to as many of you. I really hope that you all are enjoying your afternoon. So far, you're having a great and a wonderful afternoon. A happy new year to as many of you. And yeah, I really hope that you all are enjoying yourselves so far. You're really having a great and a wonderful afternoon. I know right now many of you are still at work. Some of you are preparing to return from work. And yeah, I really hope that you all have enjoyed your work so far. So guys, originally I did say that we will kind of have a little gist, but it's kind of changed. It's kind of changed a little bit because I discussed with Mr. Jimmy White, and he said that I should kind of just talk to you guys about the topic. But anyway, so today is just today I've decided to kind of talk about nutrients, for us to know about nutrients, because it's very important for us as individuals to know about our nutrients, to know the kind of food that we eat and what nutrients are in that food. So it's very important for us to know. It's not that we'll be eating any kind of food and we don't kind of know what is inside our food. So today is kind of talking about nutrients, the things that we can eat that will give us nutrients. But before we start, I will like to say many of you may or may not know me, but this is your girl Adez. So okay, I'm seeing some people, yes. So I believe we can start now. First of all, I would like to say good day to everybody and welcome. Let me start. Hello. Oh, okay. Hello, Evans. Welcome and thank you for coming on. Wow, it seems that you are in the evening where you are. Am I correct? If you can let me know if I'm correct, because where I am we're kind of in the afternoon, but although it's the weather has changed and it's actually quite dark, just because we're in winter. But apart from that, we are actually in the afternoon. So yeah, let me know if I'm correct, if it's the evening where you are. But yes, so yeah, apart from that, it's so lovely to have you on, Evans. How are you, and how is the family? And I would like to say Happy New Year to you. And I really hope that your New Year's, your expectations, whatever expectations that you are, is kissing in a relationship a sin? Okay, wow. So kissing in a relationship is not kind of really a sin. is, yeah, it's not kind of really a sin, but the thing is that God does not recognize boyfriend and girlfriend. What he actually recognizes is marriage, because he is the one that ordained marriage. He did not ordain boyfriend and girlfriend. So if you wanna kiss your girlfriend, that one is not a problem. But as far as you actually excel your relationship to the next level, and decide to settle down very well with your girlfriend or whoever you're with, and prepare to marry the woman that you are with. But for now, kissing is not kind of really a sin. But do know that God ordains marriage, and that's what He recognizes, not boyfriend and girlfriend. So yeah, at least you're starting from somewhere. Yeah, you're starting from somewhere. You decided to meet this person, and you kind of building your relationship with this person. So yeah, kissing your girlfriend or the person you're with is not really a sin. But what kind of will really make it a sin if you actually decide not to marry the person that you are with, then God will actually God will not kind of really like that. So I hope I have answered your question on that. And do let me know if there is any other thing that you want to know. Oh, okay. Who suffers most in a relationship breakup? The guy or the lady? Right. In terms of the relationship breakup, the lady is the one that suffers it more, because why I say that she suffers it more is because that she has really grown to know this guy that she's with, and then something happened along the line and they are no longer together. So because she is now attached to that guy, it will kind of really break her heart. Yeah, it will break her heart because she has committed her time with this very guy, and at the end of the day, she is now realizing that the guy that she's with no longer wants to be with her, that he wants to end the relationship with her. So it's actually the lady itself that will suffer the breakup, whereas with the man can easily kind of move on and find another person. But although he will feel it a little bit, but not as much as the lady. So I hope I've answered your question on that. Bear with me, guys. Hold on 1 minute because it's very. Yes. So I hope I've answered your question on that very topic. So let me know if you have any other questions about the relationship. Oh, okay. You're welcome. Yeah, thank you very much for your response. That's fine. No worries. It's okay. So yes. So back to what I'm saying. So good day everyone, and welcome. Let me start with a simple question. So now I want to start with a simple question to as many of you. Okay. Right. Now you're asking another one. Okay. Is drinking alcohol a sin? Right. Yeah. Alcohol generally, yes, it is a sin, because God does not recognize, God does not recognize alcohol. It is a sin against God, because alcohol kind of is kind of destroys the body. It destroys the body, the organs. It destroys everything in the system. Alcohol, we know that alcohol is not good. It's one of those things that causes a lot of damage, and it will affect you in the long run. You will be having a lot of health problems. So one thing that God does not like, he doesn't like alcohol. He doesn't like alcohol at all. So yes, it is a sin. It is a sin against God. But if that person generally is looking to give it up, then God will be very, very happy with that, because he did not create any single one of us to be alcoholics. He created us in you're welcome. Yeah, no problem. That's fine. So yes. So yeah, Evans, do let me know if you have any other questions, and I'll be more than happy to help you. Okay, should church instruments be paid for? Well, okay. Now with church, yes, with church itself, it kind of depends on the pastor of that church. But what most of the members, hi Timothy, how are you? Thank you for coming on. So yes, now what most of the members do, because with most of the members, they like to contribute. So to kind of help the church's setup, they will buy instruments. They'll buy the instruments, the drums and everything, including the chairs. And whereas they will kind of also donate as well for the church to stand very well. So the church instruments are always paid for. Yes, it's definitely always paid for, because it's not kind of really easy to see instruments, and not really that many people are kind of giving out instruments free of charge, because mostly in Europe it's not kind of really easy to see instruments that is free of charge, except if a person decides they want to volunteer at a time, so they'll bring their instruments to the church, and if they're touched by the Holy Spirit, they will decide that they will want to leave their instruments for people to use, just so that they can kind of also be a contribution to the church. Yeah, so I hope I've answered your question on that, Evans. And yes, Timothy, hello to you too. It's really amazing seeing you again as well. My weekend was really lovely. It was really lovely. I enjoyed my weekend. Had a lovely rest, and had a lovely rest and actually just relaxed. Yeah, you're welcome. Yeah, I had a lovely weekend, relaxed, and kind of stuffed my belly with food, and also I watched a nice film. In fact, I even stayed up. Hello again, Valerie. It's so lovely to have you on. Back to what I was saying. So I kind of stayed up quite late yesterday. In fact, I didn't even realize that the time had even passed. So I kind of ended up going to bed like at midnight. But obviously, I didn't just kind of go to bed just like that. I had to quickly say my prayers before going to bed, and which I did. So yes, my weekend was very fine. Yes, Valerie, I am good. And how are you? How are you? How's your family? How's your weekend? How is everybody uh, like your how's your family and everything? Okay, you say why is pornography the hardest addiction to be free from? Wow.
I'm free.
Yeah. Wow. The thing is, pornography. Is one of those kind of habits that is very very
Like
difficult
smoke, it's like
for
cigarettes.
very difficult for it to come the person to come out with
Yeah.
because it is like it's like where you're smoking cigarette where you started for a very very long time like since you're a teenager and yeah, is that where you've kind of been smoking like as a teenager and you have carried it on into your adulthood. So with pornography, it is very very it's a very very bad character, and it is really really addictive because when you start it, it's very very hard to stop. And with most people they you bear with me, Timothy. And with most people, when most people, it's not that they kind of get themselves into it. It's because of it's because of some, like for example, like their parents or their father that was kind of into it when when he was very young. So they've kind of seen their father into the pornography, and they've seen it and they have actually adapted such a character, and now it's become kind of more worse than the father themselves. So it's not really easy to give it up, but with determination, then you will be able to give it up. With determination and help, you'll be able to give it up. So I hope I've answered your question on that. Okay, what was the film name? Timothy, okay, yeah, Mr. Jimmy White, he's fine. Thank you for asking. And yeah, you said the film. Oh, the film. I think, yeah, the film. Sure, that's very fine. Yeah, with the film, yeah, he will actually tell you that he will tell you the film in his own time. Okay, guys. Oh my God, guys, you guys pumping me with questions. First of all, I need to kind of ask you guys, please, to please help me to subscribe, to comment, to like me, share with your friends and your colleague, and as many people as you feel that will benefit from this, with fellow women and men like you and I. Please help me and spread this viral. So Evans, back to your question. You said, at what age should you get a smartphone for your child? Okay. Now, with children, the best age to get a smartphone for your child is from 15 years and upwards. So as in like from practically 16. From 16 is the best time for you to get a smartphone for your child. But the thing is, with some parents get a smartphone for their children from age 11 and 12. But it depends on that very parents themselves. But mostly the best age is from 15 years old and upwards, practically 16. That's the best time to kind of get a smartphone for a child or your child. So I hope, Evans, I've answered your question on that. Yeah. So while I'm waiting, Evans, if you have any more questions, that will be great. It will be much. Yeah, so from 15 years upwards, that's the best time to get your child a smartphone. And like I said, most parents, their parents get their child a phone from age 11 to 12 upwards, but it depends because it's mostly like these like it's mostly the English children that kind of gets phones from their parents, as in the actual European children themselves that actually gets phones from their parents, because the parents, they understand they understand that their child needs a phone because of everything that is happening within Europe, with all the kind of dangers and things that are lurking. So they kind of need to get a phone. They need to get a phone, or they need their child to have a phone so they can always contact them to find out where they are in case of anything. So practically for emergency purposes. So yes, 15 years upwards is the best time to get a child or your child a phone. But I'm not saying most, but other parents as well. Mostly when it comes to Nigerian parents, some of them actually, they are quite strict when it comes to their child having a phone. So they'll tell their child that, look, that when you turn 16, then yeah, I'll get you your phone, even though that child has been pressurizing their parents to get them a phone. But yes, 15 years and upwards is the best age to practically 16 to get a phone. So Evans, I really hope I've answered your question on that. So if you have any more questions or any other thing that you want to know, I am all ears, so that we can kind of discuss that as well. But yeah, while I'm waiting for any of you to kind of pump me with more questions, which is kind of very, very, very interesting, then while I kind of continue, okay, bear with me. So when was the last time, so that's what I want to ask many of you, when was the last time you really thought about what you ate today? So that's the question that I want to ask as many of you, because I'll kind of use myself as an example, because I'm the kind of person that I am not kind of really fussy with food. So the most important thing is that as far as I've eaten something, I'm actually more than okay. But when I'm eating something, I do kind of study the kind of food that I eat. I don't just kind of put things in my belly without knowing what is actually inside that food. So mostly, even when it comes to doing the shopping, whatever you shop, it's very good and it's important for you as individuals to kind of always check on the packets what is inside that very food, not necessarily the instructions, but the like the nutrients and everything that needs to be in the food. So sometimes it's very important to always check before you even decide to buy that product. The product, it's kind of very good and important for you to check what is inside that food, so that you know what is inside that food, because with certain foods, majority of people, they have allergy to certain foods, and when they don't actually have, when they don't know. Hmm? Yeah, so
No, the thumbnail, I'm saying.
oh,
You can just minimize it a little.
guys, bear with me.
Please, 1 minute. Just,
Yeah.
okay, people are coming.
Guys, guys, my apologies for that. Yeah, Mr. Jimmy Wright was kind of telling me something. So yes, guys, before I continue any further, again, please, just to remind as many of you, please do help me to subscribe, to comment, to like me, share with your friends, your colleagues, and as many people as you feel that will benefit from this, and also to other fellow men and women like you and I. And please help me spread it viral. Now, anyway, back to what I'm saying. So yes, because of so sometimes it's very good for you as individuals to actually as you're doing your shopping, or even before you even do your shopping, it's good for you to check what is actually inside those food, because the reason why I'm saying this is because most people, they have certain allergies to food. For example, like nuts, almond, those kind of things, they have certain allergies. So sometimes it's important for you to actually check what is inside those foods before you purchase it. And if you feel comfortable and okay with it, then yeah, it's your choice. You can decide to buy it and actually cook the kind of food that you actually need. So just like I use myself as an example, because yeah, like I said, I'm not really kind of fussy with the kind of food that I eat, because I know that with certain foods I eat, I know what is actually inside the food. So just like earlier on today, I actually just ate pasta. I just kind of felt like eating pasta. But with most people, they kind of actually kind of like, they like certain foods. Some people, they like spaghetti, pasta. They like salad. They just like the salad on itself. It depends, but every single one of us has a certain food choice. Whereas other people, they are not really fussy with the kind of food they eat, as far as it is food that enters their belly. So they're not kind of really fussy with that. Not just what tasted good, but what actually nourished your body. So it's kind of not really just about it's not just really about the taste. It's not about, as in, it's not about how good the food tastes. It's really about you thinking. It's about you thinking about, actually, it's about that very nutrients. And one of those questions is that, are you getting those nutrients that you need in your body? That's what we as individuals, we need to kind of question ourselves. Are we getting those nutrients in our body system? And because sometimes when it comes to your general health check, sometimes that's even one of the questions that your GP, your doctor, will ask you, that are you getting the nutrients that you need in your body? Hello, hello and welcome. Okay, my online friend. Oh, thank you. Bear with me, because my studio is getting a bit warm. Yes, thank you so much. I do appreciate that. So how are you, and how is your family? Happy New Year to you. So now, so back to what I'm saying. So yeah, when it comes to having a health check, your doctor will ask you that, are you eating well? The kind of foods you eat, does it have the nutrients that you need? That's what your doctor will be asking you. And sometimes, when you actually tell your doctor the kind of foods that you eat, your doctor will say to you that, look, this you see these selection of food, please, for your own health, you need to kind of cut back on this and this. Then she or he will kind of print out the foods, that the kind of foods that you should be eating, which is good for your body. So sometimes not every single food is good, because with certain foods, it has fat inside of it as well. And we don't kind of really need as much fat, although majority of us that are kind of looking to add weight, so they kind of like to eat certain foods so that they can kind of add a little bit of weight, and for their skin to glow as well. But we kind of need to be able to watch the kind of food that we eat. And mostly when it comes to fast foods, it's not really the great option to be eating it too much. Occasionally it's one of those things that you can just kind of use to celebrate, like an achievement that you've managed to achieve in your life. So it's kind of, yeah, one of those things that you can kind of use as a celebration to enjoy, and you can just say to yourself that, okay, that for just one day, that I want to treat myself and go to McDonald's, or I want to go to Nando's, or maybe a Nigerian restaurant or a Turkish restaurant, that you may decide that you want to go to. Now, okay, what type of food usually have excess composition? Sugar about human to avoid consuming too much sugar. Sugar, yeah, sugar itself, it's kind of, is kind of has its fats, as well, a little bit. But with sugar, mostly that some people kind of has, like, little health complications. So sometimes the doctor does advise for people to take sugar, but not too much of it, just little sugar, for them to have a little bit of energy. But when it comes to food consumption, it's mainly like fast food, for example, like burgers, hot wings. Those are the kind of foods that has excess consumptions in it, because of the amount of sugar that they've kind of packed inside the burger and the hot wings as well. Because with most foods as well, most or certain foods, of course, I'm not gonna lie, it does have sugar. But with some with when it comes to buying the food, that's why it's kind of best for you to use your hands and cook your food itself. Because why it's better for you to cook your food is that you know what you're putting inside your food. Whereas when you buy it from McDonald's, or when you buy it from Nando's, or a Indian or a Nigerian restaurant, you don't know what they have put inside that food. So it's kind of best to avoid eating too much of fast food, burgers, hot wings, but occasionally one of those things that you can eat, but occasionally when it comes to celebration, yeah, that's fine. But when you eat it every single day for breakfast, lunch, dinner, that is where is a problem. That's where is a problem, and that's where obesity comes in, and that's where that person will be having so much different kind of health complications as a result of eating too much of processed and fast food. So sometimes it's very good to avoid eating too much of um, burgers and chips and hot wings. But please, 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 again, it's not every single day that you should kind of be eating it. Occasionally, once in a month is fine, because you as you eat it once in a month, it's not going to do any harm to you. It won't do any harm to you at all. You will still be able to maintain your shape as it already is. You'll be able to maintain your shape, but it is better occasionally, once in a month. Just use it as a celebration to that you've achieved something, or maybe that you got a promotion at work. Yeah, is one of those things that you can just use as a celebration and take your partner out, or your girlfriend out, or whatsoever. Yeah, it's him that I'm answering the question. Yeah. So it's so yes, so you can kind of use it as a way of celebrating, and you can kind of actually take your family out, or your girlfriend or your wife out, and use it to celebrate. And then you can now kind of break the news to them that, look, that yeah, the reason why I brought you all here is to kind of let you know that, yeah, I got a promotion at work, and they'll be so happy that, wow, that such a thing has happened. But is really better for you to kind of not be eating it too much, and only just kind of once a month, or occasionally, whenever you feel that you decide that you want to kind of eat fast food. So Tim, I hope that I've kind of answered your question on that. I really hope I have. So yes. So yeah, before we continue any further, again, I would like to please help me to subscribe, to comment, to like me, share with your friends and your colleague, and as many people as you feel that will benefit from this, and also to to other fellow men and women like you and I, guys. But yes, yeah, welcome, and thank you for coming on. I really appreciate that. How is your family, and how is everybody on your side? And yeah, and Timothy, yes, you are saying, have you ever take mixed African vegetables? Is it very nutritious? I suggest you should try it one day. Oh, okay. So, sorry, I can't really pronounce your name, but I'll get back to you. I just need to quickly answer the question above you quickly. So, Tim, I have tried Nigerian vegetables, and it's actually really nice and nutritious. I actually kind of prefer it to the European to the European vegetables, because why I actually why I like the one of Nigeria, because it's kind of is grown naturally, and they've not kind of put and they've not put anything into it at all. It's grown from the ground, from the soil itself, and it's just all natural. But with the European vegetables, they kind of put a little something inside of it, just so that it can kind of have the taste that everyone so desires. But with African vegetables, I kind of prefer it more, because they've not put any kind of thing inside of it. They just grow it, and they grow it and just and wash out like the things that came out with it. But yes, it's definitely the Nigerian vegetables that I actually really like the more. So I hope I've answered your question on that. And to the next person, again, my apologies, I can't really pronounce your name, but yeah, you said you know. That is good. At least you know about that. Guys, bear with me, because I'm also on TikTok live as well, so I need to kind of make them known, make as many of them know that that I'm also on YouTube live. So guys, do bear with me. Yes, to as many of you who have joined me on TikTok live. I really appreciate it. Thank you to as many of you that has come on. And what we're kind of really talking about is nutrition and practically the kind of foods that you all should be eating. So it is mainly about nutrition. I hope that I have kind of made myself clear to as many of you who's on TikTok live, while I kind of discuss with both sides. So yes, now at least while I'm waiting for as many of you to kind of to throw some more questions at me, I will kind of continue. So in 2026, food everywhere, fast foods, ready-made meals, snacks, sugary drinks, diet trends, and supplements are consistently advertised to us. It's one of those things that is always advertised to every single one of us, that these are the kind of foods that you can eat. But the thing is that because they want to make a lot of money, so they would not kind of really tell the customers what they put inside those certain foods. They've not told their customers, so the customers will be buying and eating it as well. So they won't tell them, and much later on they'll have to kind of do their research and find out themselves what is actually put inside those food. So what most of them do, what most people do, because there are some people who are kind of into documentary, mostly when it comes to food. They'll watch documentaries of like chefs that cooks a lot of different foods. Then some of these chefs kind of open the eyes of people of what they put inside these foods. Then from there it kind of all make the customers know that, okay, that so these are the kind of things that that is put inside the food. Whereas although, like I said, some people, they do have certain allergies to certain foods. So to kind of make it more nutritious and healthier for themselves, they'll actually maybe go on YouTube, or maybe go on Facebook and check for even not just Facebook, even Pinterest, and check for other ways to kind of cook that exact same food without putting like sugar inside their food. So they'll kind of find other ways to make their food more nutritious and more healthier, so that they won't kind of have any kind of complications along the way. So yeah, now yet, despite all this food, many people feel tired, overweight, stressed, or unhealthy. Yes, why people feel so tired? Because yeah, they kind of, most of them kind of, because they eat the same food, or they eat the same food all the time, for breakfast, lunch, dinner. They eat the same food, so that's why they'll feel tired, and that's why they feel overweight, and that's why they also will feel so stressed and feel very unhealthy, because they're constantly eating that exact same food all the time. And again, that's why it's kind of more better for as many of you to kind of cook your food, and cook your food to the best of your taste, and put the kind of the seasoning and everything inside of it. Because by you cooking your own food, you know exactly what you are putting inside your food, compared to buying outside, and you don't kind of really know what is actually being put inside that food. Because with a lot of restaurants, with a lot of restaurants, both McDonald's, Nando's, everything, they go behind closed doors. Yeah, they go behind closed doors, and will be doing things, and putting certain things inside, inside food, and you won't know. And then when that person has a sudden allergic reaction to the food that they were given, then that person will kind of wonder why he or she is having an allergic reaction. So that's why, if you're buying outside, if you're buying food outside, it's kind of best to find out from the restaurant that have they put nuts inside, or have they put like nuts, as in either peanuts, or have they put almonds, almond nuts inside. So it's kind of good for you to find out from them, so that should anything happen, they will be the one that will be held responsible for that. So again, it's not kind of really ideal to kind of be eating out too much all the time as well, and just do your food shopping, and buy your food. And again, with ready-made meals is not the best option. It is better for you to get normal food that you can cook from scratch, instead of it being ready-made and just take it out from the freezer and throw it in the microwave. But when it also comes to those ready-made meals, is mostly these elderly people that are the ones that kind of really are more the kind of people that eat ready-made meals, because they've gotten to the stage, and they've gotten to the age where they don't have the strength to cook for themselves again. So they always order for ready-made meals that they will just easily be able to take out the freezer and throw it in the microwave and warm it. But ready-made meals is not the best option. It's better for you to buy your actual food and cook it from scratch. That's the best solution to as many of you. Okay, now, yeah, Tim. Okay, so you said, does consumption of the first food or processed food have effect on human health, and how does it also affect the economy, production, and local cooked food? Um, yeah. Okay, Timothy. I will answer your question. I'm just going to quickly exchange greetings to this next person. So yes. So to Tashan, am I correct? Yeah. Good. Yeah. Good afternoon and welcome. Thank you so much. I really appreciate. Thank you for coming on. Yeah. Thank you so much. I really appreciate. Yes. Yeah, I am the one. So now, Timothy, back to what you are asking. Um, so with the first food or processed food, yes, it does have an effect on humans. Yes, it does. It has an effect on them because with the first food or processed food, because yes, they eat it all the time. They eat it in the morning, afternoon, and in the evening. So yeah, it will have a long time effect on them. And um and then also and also it does, yeah, yes, it does kind of affect the economic production. Because why it does is because the companies that actually produces the food, um they are paying a lot for it. They are paying a lot for those for the food products. Yeah, they're paying a lot for it. And they're paying a lot for it, mostly the fact that they have to pay for the entire restaurant. They have to make sure that they have customers coming in buying the food. And then when the customers complain, then it will be a very big problem for them. So yeah, it does kind of affect economic production. And also, like, when it comes to also growing the food. Yeah, it's not easy. It is not easy for them, because they have to pay for everything. Yeah, they have to pay for everything, as well, the machinery, to produce the food. They have to also pay for all the things that they use to kind of grow the food is as well. So yeah, it will affect them as well. And to humans, yeah, it affects their health, because yes, again, they eat it all the time without cooking their own food. Um, yes, they cook it all the time. As in, they eat it all the time. So I hope I have answered your question on that. Um, and yeah, and to Tashan, yeah, you okay, from Daikan, from the rising sun of night today. Yeah, thank you so much. I do really appreciate that. Um, so yeah, so Tim, do kind of, yeah, let me know if you have any other questions. And in fact, to any of you, let me know if you have any questions, while I kind of look out as well for any other questions. But before I continue further, please, please, please do help me to subscribe, to comment, to like me, share with your friends and your colleague, and as many people as you feel that will benefit from this, your colleagues, your family members, your friends. Please help me spread this message viral to as many fellow men and women like you and I. So while I'm waiting for um, more questions, I will continue. Also to as many who's on the TikTok live, I hope that you are enjoying the session so far. So yes. So today, okay, yes. Hello and welcome to the live to 3376. Yeah, you said that I have sorry, the second bit. Oh, okay, actually, yeah, you say you have a script, is it scripts? Sorry, your condition, I don't kind of really understand what that means. But yes, it's so sad. You said in the last 5 years, you say you're from India. How to cure it? Okay, please bear with me. Let me kind of check that. But that very condition, I have not kind of really heard of it. Okay, it's insomnia disease. Oh, okay. Wow, that's very sad. So, but don't worry, I'm actually going to check on that, how to, as in for you to know what you can do on that very to cure it. So yes. Actually, I know what I'll use. Yes. Yeah. Bear with me. You cure. You said. Yeah, bear with me. Let me check this very well. DS. Okay. So yeah, I'm checking it. Right. So what it's saying here is that there is currently no permanent cure for this very sickness. So what it because it's a so it's saying there's no cure for it. So it kind of depends on the treatment that you use. So they have but they do have like certain medications that you can use on it. They have so they have tropical actually yeah, so they have tropical fair yeah, actually no, this is not tropical. So this very one is, I'm going to spell this one out because I don't kind of really know how to pronounce this one. So it's Zorye, and this very one is for like a new person, or like new person and an older person that has actually suffered with this for a very long time. Is highly effective for the body and the scalp. Then D, vitamin D, so vitamin D analogs. So This is a standard cream that reduces inflammation and slows the skin cell growth. Um, there's actually practically a lot of like medical there's a lot of medical like medicines and treatments that you can use, but I will suggest that you should meet your doctor where you are, and kind of like find out what else can be done for your skin, like other medicines, or whether if it's maybe if it's a like a traditional herb that you guys have in India, maybe that might help. But I'm not going to say something that I'm not 100% sure of, but you can try that and see if it might help. But the best bet is to kind of find out from your doctor, or your doctor or your nearest health center, and find out if there is something else that they can give you that will help you to manage your skin disease. So I hope that I've kind of answered your question on that, because I know that it's not really easy. Okay, yeah, it's okay. It's okay if you don't know about it. Yeah, just tell me how I can improve the okay, because it's lifelong disease. It's improvement depending upon the healthy lifestyle and diet. Okay. Um. Yeah. Okay. Oh wow. Um. Yeah. Thank you, Timothy, for that. Wow. So yeah. So to 3376. Yeah. So the next person is actually telling me that there is a cure, which I actually didn't know. If not the next person that's telling me. So so this person is saying that it's curable using traditional herbs, and they said that they have seen someone that has been treated by the condition. Okay. Okay, Tim. So thank you for that. So the guy is asking what kind of herbs that can he use on it. So he's asking you to please tell him the kind of herbs that he can use, because that will be, yeah, it will really be helpful to him. So please, Tim, if you can kind of write it and let him know, that will be much appreciated. Thank you so much for that. So yeah, to 3376. So Tim will actually kind of he'll actually let you know shortly. He'll kind of type it at what herbs that you can use while I continue and I wait for like more questions, because this is actually really getting more interesting than I thought. But yes, so now so today we're kind of mainly talking about the nutrition, not dieting, not starvation, not expensive superfoods, but real everyday eating and how it affects our lives. So that's also part of the things that we are kind of talking about. So, which is where I'm going to go into the steps now. But before we continue any further, I would also like for as many of you again to please help me to subscribe, to comment, to like me, to share with your friends and your colleague, and as many people as you feel that will benefit from this, and also as many fellow men, men and women as well, that will also benefit from this. And please help me and spread this message viral. It will really, really be much appreciated. And again, to as many of you that is on the TikTok live, I really hope that you're enjoying this session so far. And I hope that you all are picking up something from this. Okay. Wow. Okay. So yeah, how to overcome stress. Wow. Stress, unfortunately, is one of those things that it is one of those things that kind of often happens. Wow, that's good. So to 3376, yeah, thank God for that. So yes, so Tim has responded, and he is saying that it includes mixture of traditional herbs. So he said, I know of a traditional doctor who does that work in Kenya. He said I'm not very familiar with the mixture. So so to 3376, so yeah, Tim has kind of answered your question on how to cure the disease that you are suffering from. So I hope that has kind of really helped you, as in to kind of, I hope that question has kind of helped you. Now, you were saying how to overcome stress. Now, okay, bear with me. Let me kind of check others. Okay, yeah, Tim. Oh, okay. So Tim, yeah, you said, but I will find out then. I'll find out then. Respond to you kindly. Yeah. So to 3376, yes. So you see, are you seeing his response? He said, I am from India. How can I connect to this doctor? Okay. Yeah, so Tim, if you can kindly respond to that question, that will be much appreciated. If you can kind of find out and kind of give him the contact detail, whether if it's email, whether if it's phone number, that will be much appreciated. Yeah. So okay, thank you so much. Yeah. So so Tim, you see, you're really helping to kind of to cure to cure this kind of disease. Thank you so much. So yes, so as you're saying, so you're saying for stress itself is a natural reaction to pressure, but when it becomes consistent, it can kind of weigh you down, and you are likely to have for example, a heavy backpack. So overcoming it requires a too prolonged approach. So now so the first is the immediate relief to calm your nerve system, and long-term habits to build resilience. So again, here's the guide of how you can kind of overcome it. So when you feel your heart racing, or your mind spiraling out of control, use these circuit breakers. So the 4-7-8 breathing technique. So inhale for 4 seconds, hold for 7, and exhale slowly for 8. This physically signals your nerve system to switch from fight to flight to rest and digest. Then the next one is 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 grounding. And so this very one, acknowledge 5 things you see, 4 you can touch, 3 you can hear, and 2 you can smell. And 2 you can smell. 1 you can taste as well. This pulls your brain out of future worry and back into the present. Then we have the power of a hug. Physical touch releases this bit I can't really pronounce this one well, but I'll spell this out. oxytocin. So it will release this very chemical which naturally lowers the stress hormones and reduces blood pressure. Okay, Tim. Oh, yes. Thank you, Tim, so much for that. Is really good to know that there is an actual cure, which I didn't know myself. Thank you. Then the last but not the least is laughter. Even if it feels forced at first, watching a quick comedy clip or talking to a funny friend fires up and then cools down your stress response. So these are kind of how so this is actually the first step of how you can kind of overcome stress. Then the long-term lifestyle shift. So to protect your sleep, you can just kind of stick to a routine. Avoid the screens for 30 to 60 minutes before bed, as well as resting your brain, which can kind of handle the pressure. And try not to kind of deprive yourself from sleep too much, please. And also kind of moving the body around as well, exercising as well. Then you can also, hello, welcome, yes, from Manchester again. Thank you for coming on. I really appreciate that. Wow, it's so lovely to have you on. How are you and how is the family? Yes, hi. So how is the family? Happy New Year to you. So in case you've kind of missed anything, we're just kind of talking about nutrition and the kind of foods that you can eat. So mainly kind of knowing what's inside the foods that you eat. So that's kind of what we are discussing. So now, so to 3376, I hope I've kind of answered your question on how to overcome stress. So, but also to Tim, to as many of you that has more questions, you can kind of let me know. I'm all ears, and I'm kind of waiting for some more questions while I continue from where I am. And to as many of you who's on TikTok live, I hope that you are enjoying the session as well. So step one, the way we eat today. Yes. Sure, that's fine. Yeah, thank you so much. Thank you so much, Jimmy, for your answer. It helps me. Oh, okay. Yeah. Thank you, but yeah, I'm not Jimmy, I'm a Des. Thank you. um, so now, so part one. So let's be honest with let's be honest. Yes, many people today they skip breakfast. They eat they eat on the move. They also rely on fast food or ultra processed food. They drink more sugar, like more sugary drinks than water, and they eat late at night and sleep poorly. Now these are one of the things that kind of affect our health, and our nutrition as well. Um, it's not really ideal. It's not really ideal for you to kind of skip breakfast. Is it's kind of ideal, and it's very good for you to kind of eat breakfast. But first of all, it depends on your sleep pattern. Okay. Yeah. Do you know? No, Tim. I don't. I have no idea what this kind of plant is. I've never heard of it. Um, but if that's a plant that will help 3376, that will be great. Thank you. Um, so now, but so what? While I'm waiting for more questions, I will kind of continue. Uh, Wow, that is very good. Mm-hmm. Good. Tim, you have really helped me a lot. Thank you. Now, so while I'm waiting for that more, like for any of you who has other things they want to say, I'll kind of continue. So yes, so skipping breakfast is not it's not really ideal, because first of all, it kind of depends on the person's sleep patterns. If they're the kind of person that eats not eats as in they sleep late, and wake up like much later on, like maybe in the afternoon, yeah they will they will kind of they'll it's not that they've kind of skip breakfast, but is because that's their sleep pattern, that they wake up in the afternoon. um it's their sleep pattern that they wake up in the afternoon. So what they are going to eat in the morning, they end up eating it in the afternoon. Guys, before I continue any further, again, please, I would like to remind as many of you to please help me to subscribe, to comment, to like me, to share with your friends, your colleague, and as many people as you feel that will benefit from this, and other fellow men and women like you and I. And please help me and spread this message viral. It will be much appreciated as well. Now, so it depends on the sleep pattern of that person. If that person wakes up in the afternoon, so they are kind of likely to eat their breakfast that they've eaten, as in their breakfast that they're supposed to eat, they end up eating it in the afternoon. But ideally it's not kind of great to eat to skip breakfast. And then and another thing as well, and also eating on the move, is that one is not kind of really ideal, but is understandable, because with working class men and women, because of their shift pattern of work, some of them starts work very early in the morning. Some of them start from 6:30, 7 o'clock, even 7:30. It depends. Yeah, it depends on certain places where they work. So they because they have not kind of really had the chance to eat, what they will do is that they will kind of they'll freshen up, have their normal shower, and prepare and quickly prepare what they want to eat, as in their breakfast. Then instead of them eating it in their house, they will take it with them and they will eat it on the go as they walk into the train station. They're eating their breakfast on the go, whether if it's uh the full English breakfast. They've put it in the plastic. They put it in the plastic with their spoon or their fork, and they'll be eating it on the go, at least until they get to, as in when they go inside the station, go on the platform, wait for their first train. Then when their train eventually comes, they'll sit down. They'll now continue with their breakfast. Okay. Okay. Yeah, you said that's the one plant with medical advantage. Yeah, I will find out more and I will tell you. Oh yeah. Oh gosh. Wow, Tim, it's like you're turning. It's like you yourself, you're turning to a doctor. That's very good. Thank you, thank you for that. I really appreciate that. Thank you. At least his really helps 3376 with his condition. Now, so yeah, so yeah, while I'm waiting for more questions, yeah, I'll kind of continue. So yes, now we've when when like working class men and women, they don't eat their breakfast at home. They'll eat it on the go until they get to the train station, wait on the platform, and then when the train comes, they'll sit down, they'll continue eating their breakfast. But yeah, it's ideally not really it's not really ideal to kind of eat it on the go. And why I say it's not ideal, because your food will not digest well. It's something that will kind of take a while for it to digest. And one day, sooner or later, you'll probably end up getting a belly cramp, because you did not allow your breakfast to kind of digest very well. So it's kind of very good, and it's very important that if you're early starter, that you're going to work early in the morning, um what because even also what some men and women do as well, to kind of avoid having to eat on the road, as they're going to the station. What they will do is that they will they'll either eat their breakfast, like after they've quickly brushed their teeth before going into the shower, or when they come out of the shower, before they kind of change into what they want to wear for the day. They'll just wrap themselves in their towel or their bathrobe, quickly make a quick light breakfast, eat it, then run into their room, get dressed, and start moving out to where to their work, provided that they've either already prepared their lunch the night before, or they make sure they have money that they will be able to kind of buy their lunch. But it is not advisable. Yeah, it is not advisable to yeah, thank you. Yeah, it's not kind of really advisable for that person to kind of eat too much of outside food. Your home food is the best. Yeah, your home food is the best. That's what I will say to as many men and women right now. Now another thing, yes, again, relying on ultra processed food, no, it's not the best option. Again, like I did say, it is so important for you to kind of be able to eat your home food, or eat your home food all the time that you've cooked for yourself, and avoid kind of eating too much of processed food, because again it will kind of have a long time health effect, because you're kind of relying so much on eating processed food. So please, I will say to as many men and women, try your best to avoid eating too much of processed food because of the amount of sugar they've packed inside the food. So obviously many of us kind of we want to maintain our weight. We kind of want to manage our sugar levels. We kind of want to manage how we able to kind of eat our meals. So please, it is not ideal to kind of rely on too much of processed food. Again, please eat. It's something that you can, eat it once in a while. Even turn it to, like I said before, turn it to something that can be like a celebrational thing, and just use it to celebrate whatever has happened in your life. But it's not advisable to rely on eating too much of processed food, please. And many men and women, they drink more of sugary drinks. Now, with like when it comes to drinks, there is a high sugar rates in these drinks. Whereas when it comes to fruit drinks, as in, not necessarily fruit drinks, but like flavored water, sparkling water, with that, because I not all the time, but occasion, once in a while I do drink flavored sparkling water. And when I check the bottle, I turn the back, I see all the things that they put inside of it, but it's not really as sugary as these fizzy drinks. The fruit drinks is not really as sugary, so it's manageable. It is manageable, that if rather than actually drinking energy drink as well. I mean, I'm not gonna lie as well. Sometimes I do, I do take energy drink, but that is hardly, it's hardly that I take it. The only time I take it is when like my iron level is quite low. If my iron level is quite low, and I kind of need a boost, that's kind of when I will drink energy drink. But it's kind of not really ideal for you to be taking so much of energy drink. And what mostly men and women also do as well, what they also do is that they'll rather make their own juice with the juice maker itself. They'll buy all the fruits. From banana to kiwi to mango to passion fruit to papaya. They'll buy all the fruits, then they'll cut it, put it in the fruit processor, and then it kind of turns to a juice. So it's kind of, yeah, it's kind of more better, more ideal that you kind of produce your own juice than kind of buying it in the shops as well, because it's you don't you you don't kind of really know, kind of really know behind closed doors um other things that they've kind of included in these kind of sugary drinks. Although yes, you're seeing on the back of the bottle or the can what has been put inside of it, but you never know, they may have added even extra, it has even added more things to it that you don't even know about. So just, yeah, so just like when it comes to like supermarkets and restaurants as well, many of us knows that they do a lot of things behind closed door, is what, even though that you're not necessarily there, but we know that they do a lot of things behind closed door. But that's where we kind of need to be very careful. So sometimes it is more ideal, and it is more better for you to kind of produce your own, like, as in, okay, yes, so now, so yeah, so that's kind of sorted now. So back to what I'm saying. So yes, it is kind of ideal, yeah, to make your own juice. So now what some people actually do as well. Well, not just what they do, but most women, they're buying the Ninja Blaster, um, the Ninja Fruit Blaster that you can kind of cut all the fruits. It makes the fruit juice itself. So yeah, so some women, they're buying that Ninja fruit blaster, and making their own juice. So yeah, you can kind of purchase that as well. That is another help. In fact, is kind of, when my salary comes, yeah, I'll definitely buy that, yeah, all my fruits and everything, and produce my own juice instead of kind of relying on these fruit juices that has already been made, as well. Now, and again, it is not kind of really ideal to kind of eat too late. So if any of you have a routine that you eat from about 6, 7 o'clock, because I mean, not every single one of us has our routine, that like for breakfast, there's certain times that each and every one of us eats, compared to other people they um they actually have their own routine and their schedule of what time they eat. Now, some people eat their breakfast at 7 o'clock in the morning and 8 o'clock, where some eat at 9, 10 o'clock in the morning, whereas some, they because of what they've eaten the night before, they're still full up on that very one they've eaten the night before, that they eat later. And whereas lunchtime, they will eat their lunch. Some will probably eat their lunch around 12 o'clock, 12:30, 1, 2. Some even eat, will be maybe from 5 or 6. Some eat their dinner from about 7 or 8. It depends. It really depends on that. And it's good because every to stick to our routine of what's of yeah, it's kind of good to stick to your routine of how you eat your food. But on the other hand, when that's the only time they actually eat very very late. As soon as they come back from, that's when they're eating their dinner. But ideally, it's not healthy to eat as late as that, because it will affect them. Yeah, it will affect them in the long run, and it will kind of make them to look so lean and stressed as well, that they will wake up one day be having migraines and headaches because they've not because they ate quite late, or they've not kind of really slept well. So it's not kind of really ideal to eat too late. And what some people do is that they will take they kind of pack, they pack their breakfast, they'll pack their breakfast, their lunch and their dinner. So also they will actually, that even if they can't eat it at home and they don't eat it on the go, as soon as they get to work, they make sure they eat their breakfast. Then they'll put their food, they'll put their lunch and their dinner in the fridge for them to actually be able to eat it whenever they are ready to eat it. And mostly with some men and women, before they finish their shift, they'll make sure they eat their dinner, so that they won't need to eat anything again when they come home. Even that's what I've done like several times, because I'm not really kind of like a big eater as how I used to be when I was much younger. I don't really kind of eat that much again when the way I used to, because just like they say, the older you get, the less you eat. So that's kind of how I've been like since I've gotten older. So sometimes if whatever I eat in the afternoon, I won't be bother eating again in the evening. Sometimes I'll even eat in the evening. And sometimes I just drink tea. It depends. It depends on how my body system is. But yeah, is one of those things. Now again, before I continue, I would like to please say to please help me to subscribe, to comment, to like me, share with your friends and your colleague, and as many people as you feel that will benefit from this, and to as many fellow men and women like you and I. And please help me and spread this message viral. We all have busy lives. Yeah, we have busy lives. Convenience has replaced consistency. Yes, yeah, but convenience has replaced consistency. Mostly that we as men and women, we don't really have that much time to kind of eat. So yeah, they because of our busy lives, we don't even mostly think about food, but rather we think about our job and getting to work on time as well. It's kind of a constant thing, but at the same time it depends on your rota. So if you get your rota, sometimes you'll be so happy that wow, you're actually starting work later you usually start work. So then at least that person is able to plan and what they're going to eat or what they're going to um, cook for them to eat. Then they will now they'll cook everything that they need to cook and put them in the plastic, put them in the fridge and the freezer, so that they'll just be able to take it out, as in take it out, defrost it in the microwave, warm it, then eat. And which is what many men and women are doing. It's really helpful, and yeah, it's really, really helpful for them, instead of them having to go out and buy food as well. And sometimes what they also do as well is that they'll go to the supermarket, and like their lunch, they'll just do a little food shopping for themselves, buy bread, buy the the things that they're going to use to make their sandwiches. So they'll make it themselves as well, and which is even better than kind of buying it in the supermarket, because yeah, again, you don't kind of really know what extra thing they've kind of added to those sandwiches that they are displaying in the supermarkets. Food is no longer just food, it's entertainment, stress, stress relief, comfortable habit. Well, there are many people, like many people who really loves cooking, and mostly the chefs. They kind of see food like not necessarily that the food is just one of those everyday foods, but they see it as entertainment as well, because they have created a reality show for themselves. So so for example, just like that chef, I think they call him Jamie Oliver, I think so, and yeah, and a few other chefs as well. So they're always they cook a lot of different things as well, while they're on TV, and they'll invite other celebrities and TV presenters to kind of try out the food. So they at the same time that they are cooking the food, they invite other people to taste it, and at the same time they're getting paid a lot of money for it as well. So it's not just necessarily about eating the everyday food, but they've turned it to entertainment as well. And I mean, for them is okay, but at the same time, one thing that we need to also know is that we need to also know that whatever food that we are eating, we need to know the kind of nutrients that is inside that food. We need to know the nutrients, and we need to know whether if there's carbohydrates in it, whether if they've put any sugar in it, whether if they've put salt, whether if there's iron, vitamin C, vitamin D, E, and F. We need to kind of know all of that, and which is why I initially said that whatever food you buy, please always turn the back of the packet. Whether if it's a bag of rice, please switch it round to the back. Look at all the things that they put inside that bag of rice, so that you'll be able to know that, okay, that this rice I'm eating, is it good for me? Is it healthy for me? Does it have the nutritions I need? So practically everything that you need to know, please, it is recommendable that any food you buy, please switch the product to the other side and check what is inside that food before you even consider buying it. Because again, like I said, there are people out there that has certain food allergy, and they can kind of react easily, and it's not good. So please, this is for your is for your good and for your own safety as well, and for your health. So please, to as many men and women. So again, I would also like for as many of you to please again help me to subscribe, to comment, to like me, share with your friends and your colleague, and as many people as you feel that will benefit from this. And please help me to spread this message viral to as many men and women like you and I. It will be so much appreciated. And also, also is one of those things that it kind of really helps us to overcome our stress relief. Some people kind of turn their food to comfort food, and those comfort food can actually turn to a habit, because they are constantly turning to all these comfort food. And when I say comfort food, like eating too much of processed food, they see burgers as their comfort food, or like chocolate crisp, they see it as comfort food. Too much of it is not so great. Now, part 2, why nutrition really matters. Now, nutrition affects everything, not just the weight. Nutrition in a whole, it affects everything. It affects everything in our body. It's not necessarily just about the weight, but it affects everything in our body. Now, what we eat, mostly what we eat, it influences us as well. Our energy levels, our mood and mental health, our immune system, our sleep, our focus and productivity, and the last but not the least, our risk of diseases like diabetes, high blood pressure, and heart problems. Now, these are all the aspects that we as individuals, both men and women, we need to consider. When we're eating certain foods, we need to consider all of this. We need to consider all of this, because certain foods that we eat has a long-term health effect. It has a long-term health effect. Our energy level will reduce. We'll be constantly having mood swings. Majority of us will end up having health problems. Our immune system becomes low. Our sleep pattern has changed. We're losing focus, and we're not kind of actively producing your work to the right standard. Then much later on in life, the next thing you'll be getting a diagnosis of type 2 disease, as in not necessarily disease, but diabetes, heart disease, chronic disease, so many kind of diseases, heart problem, heart failure, all those kind of things, just because of certain foods that we eat. One thing I like to say to as many men and women, I'm not saying that you should not eat at all. Yeah, we need food. We all need food to be able to function. But when we are eating our food, we need to kind of consider all this health. We need to consider all of these we need to consider all of these things when we are eating our food. And that's why it is more better and more yeah, that's why it's more better for you to cook your food. And mostly when it comes to meat, it is not ideal for you to kind of to buy meat and not boil the meat. It's not ideal. It's not ideal that you do that, because again, if you don't boil your meat, that's where all these kind of diseases come in, because you've not kind of boiled out the you're not boiled out all the chemicals and things that has been put in that meat. You've not kind of really boiled out the blood and everything that has been on that meat. So it's ideal, and it's better for people, both men and women. Is ideal and it's better for you to boil your meat before even frying it, or before frying it, or roasting it in the oven. However you like to do your meat. But yeah, it's ideal for you to boil your meat before even thinking of frying it, or roasting it, or grilling it in the oven. However you like to do it, because of all these health problems, because of all these health problems and diseases, for your good and for my good. Now, many people eat a lot, yet their body are nutrient deficient. Now, many of us men and women, we eat food. We do. We eat a lot. Of course we do. But at the same time, we will notice that our iron level is very low. We'll notice that you notice your iron and your energy level is very low. Then you'll wonder why is my energy level and my iron level very low. Then when you go and see your doctor, when you go and see your doctor for your normal annual health check, your doctor will do the necessary checks. She'll do your blood test, your blood pressure, and everything. Then she'll check it. She'll say, okay, yeah, your blood pressure is good, but you have iron deficiency. Then you'll be surprised. You'll be shocked that why? The next thing, your doctor will be saying that the reason why you have that is because you've been drinking so much sugary drinks, and it's caused your iron levels to drop, or you've been eating very, very little food. So it could be any of those two. Then the doctor would advise you that, look, that the best thing that you need to do is that you need to increase your food consumption and avoid eating processed food, or eating too much of it, and which is very good, and it's very ideal, please, to as many men and women. That's why someone can be overweight but still tired, weak, and constantly sick. Yes. When for example that you're eating, you constantly eat like normal food, you'll be wondering why you have why you're kind of overweight, why you get kind of tired, why you consistently fall sick. It's because of that same food that you're constantly eating. So sometimes it's good, sometimes it's ideal for you to kind of change your food pattern, that, okay, for example, maybe if you want to eat like rice, for example, yeah, you can eat rice for example, like maybe on Sunday, you eat rice with whatever it is that you want to eat, or like whatever sauce, or whether if it's stew, whatever it is. Then on Monday, you switch it to pasta. Tuesday, you switch it to salad. Wednesday, you switch it to eating lasagna. Thursday, you decide that you want to cook something else entirely. Friday, then you decide that you want to kind of again check for something else, that you've even seen on YouTube, that is very new, and you want to kind of you kind of want to try that out and cook it. Sometimes it is important that you don't kind of stick to the same food. It's ideal to kind of switch it round, so that you won't kind of stick to the same food, that very food that you're constantly eating is making you to add weight. That's the reason why people do often add like kind of become overweight, because of that constant food that they're eating. And that's also why they kind of also feel tired, and why they kind of also constantly falling sick, because they are eating that same food, and they've not kind of changed it around. It's that same food that they're eating. So again, it is advisable for you to kind of change your food around. Now, if you kind of want to know like other foods you can eat, please, I would recommend to as many men and women, please install Pinterest on your phone. Then as you install that app, type in like what are the best healthy foods that you can eat. Then it will kind of bring up a selection of kind of healthy foods that you can eat, even some of them that you've never actually even eaten. Yeah, it's all there. It will bring up a whole list. Even you'll even be showing people actually cooking those very foods. It will show them cooking those very foods. Yeah, is that person that was asking about his sickness? No, I'm not seeing any other text. I'm not seeing any other text other than this very one.
This is more important to me than that thing you're doing. Okay?
Yeah, I know. Yes. So anyway, so back to what I'm saying. So yes, so it's very important. Yeah, you can kind of actually go you can go on Pinterest and type and kind of type in what other foods that you can eat as well, and you will see other people also cooking those foods as well, that you even be wondering that, wow, that so these kind of foods exist. Even your mouth will be watering, that wow, that these kind of foods can even exist. That is very very lovely. I think I'm actually going to buy these foods, like all these, I'll buy these foods, the ingredients and everything, and start cooking it for myself. So yeah, so sometimes it's kind of good to check. You could check on Pinterest and also other sites as well, kind of help you with the kind of foods that you are looking for as well. Now, part three. So real foods versus ultra processed foods. Now let's talk about real foods. Real food, real food is fresh or minimally processed, recognizable ingredients, foods our grandparents will understand. Yeah, you see. So yeah, so food, yeah, so foods that are minimally processed. Well, minimally like that is not, yeah, is processed quite all right, but they've not kind of really put too much of things inside of it as well, that you won't kind of really be able to notice that, oh, that this processed food has things inside. And also that the ingredients that has been put inside as well, and also the like foods that our grandparents has already kind of trained us with, that they understand. So that our grandparents has kind of trained us with these certain foods that they have used as a family recipe for many years as well. Now, for example, now I'm going into the examples. Vegetables and fruits, whole grains, beans, beans and ligaments, eggs, fish, lean meat, healthy fats like nuts and seeds. So these are the kind of healthy, these are kind of foods that that are quite healthy, and which is what we need as well. Now I like to say to as many of you to now compare that with ultra processed food. Now, the first, packed with sugar, salt, and unhealthy fats. The second is long ingredients that is listed. Now, the third is designed to be addictive, not nourishing. Yes. So you see the difference between the healthy one and the non-healthy, because of all the sugar and salt and everything that has been added in into the foods, that has made us to be very has made us to be very addictive to those kind of foods. Now again, guys, I would really like to say to as many of you again to please help me to subscribe, to comment, to like me, and to share with your friends and your colleagues and as many people as you feel that will benefit from this. And please help me and spread this message viral to as many of you who really need to hear this, and also help me spread this viral to as many men and women like you and I. Now, so part 4, common nutrients mistakes people make. Yeah, now this is exactly what many of us makes. Now let's be clear. Let's be clear. Some myths. Healthy eating is too expensive, just like they say. Healthy food does not have to be fancy or imported. The next one is, I'll start eating healthy when I lose weight. Eat healthy to lose weight, not after. The the fourth one is skipping meals helps. Skipping meals often lead to overreacting later. You see what's happening there? Then the last but not the least is supplements can replace food. Supplements support nutrition, they don't replace it. All these are what each and every one of us make a huge mistakes. Yes, although the food supplements is there. Yeah, it's an added bonus to the healthy eating, but it is very important for us as individuals, as men and women, to constantly be eating healthy. It's very important for us as well. And where obviously when you've eaten something very healthy, if you want to add food supplements to it, fine, yeah, you can add that to it. You can add that to it to boost your energy level, your iron level. Yeah, you can add that one to it. That one is just an added bonus to help boost your immune system. But one thing that we need to know is that supplements. One thing that we need to know, that supplements, it can never replace healthy food. No, it can't replace it. It's just one of those things that is just an added bonus for as many people who wants to become more healthier as well. So it kind of really helps. It will help. It kind of helps as well for your immune system and your bones to be more stronger. Yeah, of course, it really helps on that. But that's one thing we need to know. It can never replace healthy food. Now, part 5, simple changes that makes a big difference. Yeah, you see, simple changes that makes a very big difference. Nutrition does not require perfection. Yeah, any nutritious foods, it doesn't need to be perfect. It doesn't need to be perfect. But the most important thing is that men and women are getting the nutritions that they need in their everyday food. That's the most important things. Now, small steps matters. Now, the first one that we constantly need to keep doing, drink more water daily. I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm not saying that any of you is not drinking water. Water is part of our everyday routine, and kind of really helps us in many ways as well. But I would recommend that kind of more of water, and kind of less of drinking too much of sugary drinks as well. Eat more vegetables, even if slowly. Yeah, vegetables is good. Yeah, vegetables, whatever kind of vegetables that you like eating so much, whether carrot, whether lentils, whatever it is, but whatever vegetables you like eating so much, yeah, it's fine. Please just continue eating vegetables, and also not kind of eating it so fast. Do not eat it so fast. It's so important. The third one is reduced sugary drinks and snacks. So just like I initially said, yeah, it's important for us to kind of reduce the consumption of sugary drinks, too much of it is not good, because what it does is that, yeah, it will kind of start, like giving you health problems, but at the same time your teeth will be affected as well with these kind of sugary drinks as well. It will kind of cause a bacteria in your teeth that will be eaten away. Not just sugary drinks, but too much of eating sweets as well. It will cause bacteria in your teeth that will be eaten away. That the next thing you'll notice that you have a tooth decay as well. That's kind of what sugary drinks actually does to men and women. It does kind of cause damage to their teeth. So it's kind of good to kind of drink more of water and reduce drinking so much of sugary drinks. Rather, it's best that you, like I said before, to make your own drink naturally with fruits. Now the fourth one, cook at home more often. Yeah, just like I initially said. Yeah, cooking your home food is the best than buying outside. It's more better for you. It will cause a very much big difference to you, because you know what you're putting inside your food than you buying outside, that you don't kind of really know what they're doing behind closed doors. So it's better you do all your food shopping and cook your food from scratch, so that you know what you're putting inside your food. Now the fifth one, pay attention to portion size. Yeah, is also good as well for, yeah, it's also good for you to kind of to also pay attention to the amount of food that you eat. So if you kind of the person that eats a full plate of food, I mean, yeah, you can kind of reduce it a little bit, and just, yeah, reduce it to the minimum, and not kind of overeat, but eat to a minimum, so that so that your body can feel energetic and very strong as well. Now the last but not the least as well, eat mindfully, not distracted. So yeah, when it comes to eating, yeah, it's good for as many men and women to that when they're eating their food, just, yeah, eat with caution. Yeah, eat with caution, and mindfully, without being distracted. Yeah, without being distracted at all. Just kind of, yeah, eat without being distracted as well. Now, consistency beats motivation. Yeah. So many men and women, when many of you are consistent in all of these, you will see a difference. You will definitely see a big, huge difference. You will definitely see this difference, and it will make you to be more motivated, that instead of me buying food outside, I will do my food shopping. Or if I don't have the chance to do the food shopping, I will order the things that I want to buy online. Then they'll deliver it to me. Then I'll just do the cooking from scratch. Whatever I may decide that, oh, I want to eat lasagna, or maybe I want to eat pasta, or maybe I want to eat a sandwich, whatever it is. Then at least you've kind of made it from scratch without buying from outside. Now, part 6. So guys, before I continue any further, again, I would like to say, please, 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 please do help me to subscribe, to comment, to like me, share with your friends and your colleagues, and as many people as you feel that will benefit from this. And please, guys, do help me to subscribe. I'm saying, yeah, again, please help me to subscribe and share with other people as well. Help me spread this message viral to as many people, to your fellow friends, and also fellow women like you and I. But please help me spread it viral. It will be much appreciated. Yeah, now part 6, food and mental health. What we eat affects how we feel, you see. Now, certain foods that we eat, it affects how we feel. It affects us. Now, poor nutrition can increase anxiety, mood swings, fatigue, and brain fog. You see, now all this, it can affect us mentally. Now, these certain foods that we eat, it affects us mentally. That even you and I won't even notice that certain foods that we are eating, it affects us mentally by making us to have all these problems, these mental health problems. So what I would say to as many men and women to do for me is to kind of check foods that you can eat that will not affect you mentally, and that will not actually give you anxiety, that will not affect your mood swing. It won't affect you in any way. And in fact, is what I will also do as well, because I will need to as well. Now, balanced meals helps stabilize blood sugar, which supports better mood, better focus, better emotional control. Now, again, it's very, very important to constantly, to please to always balance out your food, change it round, not eat the same food all the time, change it round so that you can, so that you'll be able to kind of you'll be able to have a better mood, be able to focus better, and to have emotional control over yourself. Now, food itself is not just fuel, it's information for the brain. So yeah, whenever we eat food, information will be sent out to our brain. But it's just that we have to kind of figure it out, the kind of information that it's trying to give us. So we need to constantly and often, please, that whatever foods we are eating, we need to know whether if it will affect us in any way. But please, again, please help me to do your research on certain foods that you and I can eat that will help us not to have mental health issues just because of certain foods that we eat. Now we're on the last section now. Part 7, nutrition is self-respect. Eating well is not punishment. It is not about restriction. Good nutrients is self-respect. So it's very, very important to as many of us to know that eating good food, we're not punishing ourselves. Rather, we are actually we're really helping ourselves in the sense that we're eating healthy. We're eating healthy and we're not restricting ourselves, and rather as we're eating healthy, people will notice us and respect us as well. It's also choosing long-term health over short-term pleasure. So yes, when we eat, we need to consider our health. Not We need to consider our health, and we need to also consider our short-term pleasure. So we need to decide whether if eating healthy or the short-term pleasure, going the easy way. We need to consider those two facts when it comes to us eating healthy. It's understanding that your body is only place is understandable. No, is I mean not understandable. It's understanding that your body is the only place you have to live. Of course, yes, it's very, very understandable. Our body is the only place we have to live. So we can't. It's not right. It's not good, and it's not right for us to kind of rely on eating processed food. It's not right. But please, and one thing, don't get me wrong, I'm not saying to stop eating processed food completely, but what I'm saying is to reduce it because of your health. And if your doctor advised you to stop, please listen to your doctor, because your doctor knows best. Now, guys, now we are coming to coming to the closing part. Now, this is a very powerful ending. So tonight, tomorrow, and every day after asking yourself, is this food nourishing to me or just filling me up? You don't need to change everything overnight. Start with one better choice today, because when you change the way you eat, you change the way you feel. So to as many men and women, this is where I'm going to leave you with. So this is your choice. This is down to as many of you, whether if you kind of want to stick to as the way you are, or you want to constantly be eating everyday food. This is entirely up to you now. But I would really just recommend to as many men and women to please, please, please do change the way you eat, and certain foods that you eat, please, it shouldn't be every day. Mix it round / swap it round with other foods, so that you will feel the nutrition in all the foods that you eat, so that when you next go for your annual health check, your doctor will see an improvement. And always continuously be adding fruits and veg to your everyday diet. And don't get me wrong, I'm not saying that you're not, but please just remember that fruits and veg as well is part of your daily diet, and which includes meat, includes goat meat and salmon, tuna, sardines. Yeah, those are very, very good, because it has omega-3 in it, and you also need it. So please, I beg as many of you to please do take this advice, and please do take this on board. And I know that by God's grace that many of us will see a difference in our health, and many of us will see a big change to our mental health when we change around the way we eat, and we like swap our food rounds and not constantly eating the exact same food every day. So anyway, guys, this is where I stop. So I would again like to say to please, please, please help me to subscribe, to comment, to like me, share with your friends, your colleague, and as many people as you feel that will benefit from this. Please help me spread this message viral to as many people that you feel that will benefit from this, and also to fellow men and women like you and I. So please help me spread this message viral. This is once again your girl Adez. So guys, so I'm gonna kind of take my break now. I need to kind of rest. I need to actually eat my dinner as well. And in fact, I need to figure out what I would like to eat myself, because because my belly is kind of starting to give me the signals. So yeah, I need to kind of also need to eat something myself. So anyway, guys, I thank you to Timothy, to as many of you that has pumped me with a lot of questions. But before I leave, I just kind of want to check one more time before I go, if anyone else has any other questions that they want to share with me before I sign off. Because I need to kind of fill up my belly with food as well. So guys, let me know if any of you have any other questions that you want to share with me now before I sign off. If not, feel free to please share your questions with me in the comments section. It will be so much appreciated. But but I'll wait a little bit. But if not, I will definitely see you all on tomorrow, by God's willing. And so I'll wait a little bit. But for now, I have ended. But yeah. So yeah, I'll wait a little bit for you guys. Okay, so yeah, guys, if you don't have any more questions, I just want to thank you for all the questions that many of you had threw at me. So yeah, so we'll definitely continue tomorrow with a brand new topic. And I'll see you all on tomorrow by God's grace. God bless you all for being with me and sharing with me your thoughts and opinions and your concern. And to 3376, so that at least you have gotten the answer to your question. And thank you for trusting me with what you are going through. And to Timothy, thank you so much for your help as well. And I will definitely see you all on tomorrow. Good night, God bless, and do stay tuned for the next live streaming tomorrow. And I will see you all on tomorrow. And God bless you all, and thank you all for being so supportive and being encouraging to me. And I will see you all on tomorrow. Good night, God bless, and once again, this is your girl Adez. See you all on tomorrow. Bye for now.